Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Mini Hagrid. We're going to continue on with our Let's Play of Spider-Man, Marvel's Spider-Man. Where we left off, we just defeated Fisk, and we are now going to quote-unquote work. I would like to address really quick the issue with the last video of this game. The audio was messed up. I don't understand how. Something happens in between the downloading, or sorry, right after I render the video and get it ready for YouTube. Something happens between then and it being uploaded to YouTube. Because my version of the game, of the gameplay and everything, like all the audio and everything is fine. But on YouTube, like, the volume's low, and I'm not quite sure. I'm trying to combat it as best I can. I'll figure it out. I'm new to the YouTube game, so it might actually be my fault that I'm not actually compensating for YouTube making the video YouTube quality, I guess you could say. I would also like to address at the beginning of the game, you'll notice a jump cut and the audio completely cutting out. There's a song in the beginning of the game that is copywritten, and I tried to cut it out because obviously I don't want a copyright claim. So I cut it out all but like 10 seconds of it, which in my opinion, I thought that was under fair use. But then again, I don't really understand the fair use part of it completely. Like, everybody has different opinions on what it actually means. It was still copyright claimed. So what I did is I just muted that 10 seconds. So that's why there's a 10-second mute right before that jump. So I apologize for that. I'll try to do better on catching those things in the future. But until then, let's continue on and have some fun with Spider-Man and his ripped up suit. Let's go to work.
I'm sorry I'm late. You started without me.
The grant committee's director will be here soon. It's fine, Parker. I invented this equipment. I think I can handle it.
Power dampener. Oh, man. Maybe we should abort.
Not yet.
Hold on! Dr. Octavius, are you okay?
Another setback. But we're close.
Is anyone hurt?
No, it was all my fault.
The energy levels exceeded our expectations. From a certain viewpoint, that's a very positive development.
It doesn't smell very positive.
I assure you, in the next phase...
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Is there somewhere else we can discuss this?
Maybe you should take the rest of the day off, Peter.
But
we'll talk later.
that was a disaster. How could the dampener have failed? I know Doc said take the day off, but I have to figure out what went wrong.
All right, as you've noticed, I've turned on the subtitles. Hopefully that'll help with my ability, because there's a lot of talking in this game. In between just the cutscenes, but the normal gameplay, there's a lot of talking. Hopefully that will free up my ability to actually speak with you guys more often instead of me just sitting here like just playing the game, you know. But we'll see how you guys like it. I will try talking more during this episode, but if you prefer me to shut the heck up during all talking, just let me know, and I can make that happen. But we'll give it a try in this episode to see how it is me just talking normally, with leaving the subtitles on so you guys can read what's going on.
You are in bad shape, little guy.
Woo!
Let's see what's wrong with you.
Yes. Our first sort of minigame. It's my job to fix the arm.
Circuit burned out. Damn it. If I had been here to do the pre-check, I would have caught this.
But you wasn't. The power control for the arm is damaged. Press X to continue. Create a connection between the green start piece and the orange end piece. Press X to continue. Doi. So basically this game, you will notice it from a lot of different games. A lot of like hacking mechanics use it, where you got to get one power source to another through a series of channels that you create yourself. So I guess it's pretty self-explanatory on what I gotta do. You go here, you click on the spot you want to put on, then you click the piece you want, and this one, and then you obviously rotate it to make the energy go where you need it. You are limited to how many pieces you have, so you kind of have to be smart about what you're doing in the beginning, and not so much. But eventually it'll get pretty bananas. Oh.
Got it.
Like, that was extremely easy.
Okay, need to reroute servo control.
Okay, some circuit pieces only allow connections from specific directions. Now this one is a little more taxing, I guess you could call it. Basically, I just want to kind of go like that all the way down. And as you can see, here, I'll go into it. See how that one could be either direction. This one specifically can go in one way and out one way, and this one is the complete opposite. And this one it's either one. It could be either one. So that's the wrong one. My bad. It's not too hard once you get a hang of how it works. Figuring out what direction is supposed to go where.
Nice. Okay, what next?
I fixed it.
Now rebalance the voltage.
In order to set the power voltage control, you must also meet its charge requirements. This is also another mechanic from that same like hacking that you would see in other games. You have to meet the voltage rating on the target, and each one is going to be a plus or minus. Obviously, they're going to explain here in a second. Some circuit pieces provide a positive or negative charge. As you see, the green is positive, the red is negative. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. But some will have different values. Like this one has a +2, this one has a +1. The red one, as you can see, that I can't click on right now because I'm on a green, is a -1. Now, as you can see, I do not meet the power requirement. So, hold on. No, setup. That one doesn't really matter. I mean, it's not going to change anything. See, I'm kind of a dumb. Didn't even check to see how many of those +2s I had. You see stuff like that, feel free to call me out. No big deal. I will take fault and do better.
Let's see if that worked.
No, it did not.
Good as new.
Woo!
Doc's been testing new materials for the prosthetics. He asked me to review his work if I had time. May as well dig in now.
Yes, I have time. Now that I just pulled up, it's kind of a Spidey sense kind of thing.
I think we've got samples of every type of prosthetic in existence.
Chase.
Our first volunteer subject, Lance Corporal Texidor. Lost his arm overseas and now just wants to hug his daughter again.
That alone is enough to deserve one of those arms. In my opinion. Obviously, corporate America ain't gonna agree.
We're trying to improve the prosthetics hardware. I should
Right,
review
here
what
is
Doc's been developing.
another one.
Double check his work.
This is the part of the minigame where you use that same hacking mechanic that I was just using, and you gain experience from that. This is a good way to gain experience towards your leveling. Obviously, the more you go, the better experience you get. As you see, it starts off with 200 until it gets to this point. This is kind of like the middle ground. And then it moves on to 300, and it gets more and more better. So let's do this one first.
Doc was trying to improve the actuator's granularity.
Your actuator granularity, something or other. I'm not going to show you guys everything. I'm going to obviously do a lot of this off camera because it's pretty boring. But hey, it gets me experience.
Super smooth response.
Do one more, and
See
then
if
we
can
will
tune the prosthetics grip force.
continue on. Do quick. I'm sorry I'm not talking, but there's really nothing to say. Very simple in the beginning.
That's better.
Yay!
Avoid bone-crushing handshakes at least.
I got stuff. So like I said, that's a good place to come back if you are ever playing this game. If you haven't played it in the past, it's a good place to come back to gain more experience.
Today's the day. Grant review. We're ready. The work has progressed at a remarkable pace. I honestly never thought we'd get the tensile actuator back to an acceptable tolerance. But Parker, the boy has an eye for guerrilla science like none other. Just as I was ready to order a custom machine replacement part, he returned from the hardware store with a bottle of solvent and a toothbrush. Bang! Actuator problem resolved. The boy is a genius. A chronically late genius. It's already 10 after. Where is he? Surely he couldn't have forgotten today's review.
Sorry I let you down, Doc.
Hey, you can't rush genius. Look at Albert Einstein. He dropped out of freaking school, man. I think it was elementary. If I remember my history correctly. I think it was elementary. He dropped out. Albert Einstein is one of the most intelligent men in the entire world. And he dropped out of school. Or dropped out of school. So you can't judge intelligence on what you could put down on a piece of paper for a school. Let that sink in. And by no means drop out of school. Finish as much as you can. Because unfortunately, a piece of paper that says you passed will get you jobs in life. They don't care how smart you are. They only care about the pieces of paper that you carry with you. So, keep that in mind if you're going to make it in life, unfortunately.
Peter, thank you again for doing these blind reviews. Peer review is the backbone of great science.
And never give up your dreams.
You know, as we've prepped for the upcoming fitting, I felt an itch in the back of my brain. Is this really the best method of limb replacement? Silly, I know, but I keep thinking, might there be another way?
A microscope. On no substance
Doc was
found.
testing a new contact material for the prosthetic.
This one, I'm going to be honest, I had a lot of problems with when I first played. I'm probably going to have a lot of problems now because it's been almost 2 years since I played the game. So, I'm going to have problems. I don't know why I would have problems, I just do. Use fragments of the unknown substance and try to match the absorption line in the spectrum. Use the L to move the cursor and X to pick up a fragment. And place the fragment into an available slot and try to match up the absorption lines. It matched. It matched. See, in the beginning here, like, this is very straightforward. Like, it's very clear. It's going to get harder. I promise.
Hydrogel polymer composite. Strong, but there's a lot of impedance. Better tell Doc to keep looking for other materials.
This is kind of another way to boost your strengths. I think, if I remember
Right.
correctly,
I should get out of here before I screw things up for Doc even more.
if I remember correctly, you could get like upgrades for your web shooter and whatnot and doodads. My other job.
Spider-Man, it's Yuri.
Fisk make it to Rikers yet?
Not Rikers. Our boy qualifies for the VIP treatment. He's in the raft.
Ah, joining Scorpion, Electro, and the rest. Fisk should be honored. That's a steamed company.
Can you swing by the
Well,
precinct?
some ugly
Got an issue
mofos.
that could benefit from your unique skill set.
No.
For you, Yuri? Anything.
No.
I'm on my way.
You're lucky you're the only cop who supports me.
Looks like Jameson's got a new episode out. Wonder what my #1 fan thinks about the Fisk takedown.
This is Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson, where listeners like you discuss the issues affecting our city with Pulitzer Prize-winning two-time Pulitzer Prize-winning
Hey, yo, there's a
former
roof there.
publisher of the Daily Bugle. Hey, plug the book. And as always, if you order Mr. Jameson's book, Spider-Man, Threat or Menace, within 24 hours of our broadcast, you'll get an autographed copy at no extra charge. No personalizations.
A lot of the time.
Welcome to Just the Facts
Jameson,
with J.
shut
Jonah
up.
Jameson. Alerting
A lot of
you
the time,
to
I'm going to be cutting out this stuff.
Let's dive right into the call.
Unless something happens. I'm going to be recording everything, but I'm cutting everything out. You know the gist. But I'll be cutting out a lot of it because it's pretty just straightforward. You just swing
Tell me, are you a police officer?
from rooftop to rooftop and blah, blah, blah
Award-winning reporter with decades
to get
of
to your location.
like me.
And sometimes, especially right now, because I don't have the upgrades to make me like Uber quickly,
Fix my toilet and shut up. Let me explain something to you about crime bosses.
it takes a minute for me to get over there. So a lot of time I'm going to be cutting all that stuff out.
And a drawer full of gold chains decides he's the next godfather. We're gonna have a gang war on the streets. But does that whip-headed moron give a damn? Of course not. He got on TV. That's what counts.
Yeah, well, I can get copper pipe.
Don't you know anything about showbiz?
Gang war starts? I'm on the webhead side.
And you'll be singing a different tune when 3 new mobs are lining up to charge you triple for that same pipe. Or just break your legs. Goodbye!
Someday, Jonah. I'm gonna get you to say something nice about me. Someday.
Now there are collectibles in this game that you can get. I haven't found any yet, but when I find one and it's not like too like uberly inconvenient for me to get, I'll grab it real quick so you can see what it is. It's a backpack. You get experience, stuff like that.
Now that you quit smoking, what do you tell people when you come up here?
That I need a break from their crap.
Fair enough. So, why'd you call? Need a date to the policeman's ball?
You got a black and white suit? No ball this year anyway. We spent too much integrating Oscorp surveillance tech.
He
Worth it
does.
though, right?
It was. Till an hour ago. The system went down. Citywide. Every tower.
How?
They tell me someone sabotaged the central server, and now all the towers are offline.
Inside job?
Maybe. We'll figure it out later. Right now, we need to get the towers back online. Fast.
And you called me? Aw, that's sweet.
I called someone I could trust. Plus, the signals are scrambled, and we have no idea how to fix it.
Ooh. I love a challenge.
You break it, you buy it.
I thought you trusted me.
Trust is such a
Take a look
strong
at this tower.
word.
Input bands have been shifted. Subtle.
If you played Batman, like the Batman games, like Arkham Asylum and all that thing, his little hacking device thing where you had to turn the sticks in order to match certain number or words, this is basically the same thing. Like the see, it's the same thing. And in my opinion, it's easier because sometimes the camera angles of Batman is annoying.
Was that you?
Not just
No.
a pretty mask, huh?
Whatever you did, any chance you could do it to the other towers?
Sure, but just
You
so
ask a
you
lot.
know, I had to sync up with the tower to fix it. I'm seeing all crime data in the area now. Looks like there's a break-in happening near me.
Great. I've got units nearby.
Don't bother. I'm on it.
Whee!
Do it!
Side quests.
Watch my back.
Or more like random encounters.
Pretty sure these guys didn't forget their keys.
Hiya! Enemies with melee weapons block most attacks, but are vulnerable to air launch attacks. I could speak, I swear. Webs and throwables. Hiya. Oh god. Cool. Kerchow. Boom, boom, boom. Is that it? It's webbing. That was it. Man. Crime tokens.
Okay, wrapped up.
Thanks for that. Now I'm
Crime tokens.
You're in luck, Yuri.
Like I said, it's on the left-hand side of the screen. It helps me craft better gear. I couldn't think of the word to say.
do that any.
Spider Cop.
Please no.
Right. Now this is kind of the meat of the game, other than the storyline. It's just
So you're the snitch.
Back off, creep.
random encounters throughout the city, gaining the tokens. There's more than just the crime tokens to get better gear.
Leave me alone!
Keep it quiet, lady.
Don't touch me!
Get away from her.
Brutes will block your melee attacks, use webs and throwables to make them vulnerable.
Quit moving! Quit playing around!
Oh yeah. What's cool is later on during when you get
Well, she's dead.
Let me go!
active time events. You know how they work, really. I got to get the my L stick into the circle before the circle completely goes around, and that goes around to disarm. Hiya, bye-bye. Wait, where'd the girl go? Hello. Oh, you got it over there.
I knew Jameson was wrong about you. You're a little weird, but you got a good heart.
Weird isn't
Have
bad.
you got somewhere to go?
I can
Have you
take care of
met me?
myself.
I'm sure you can, but just in case, there's a place called the Feast Center.
Seen it. I don't want charity.
They got the best wheat cakes in the city, hands down.
Mom used to make those. Haven't had any in a long time. I'll check it out. Thanks, Spider Guy.
It's Spider Cop, thank you.
Spider-Man. Oh well. Should be able to spot the next tower from up there.
Hey,
From his elevated position, Spider Cop spies his destination. A second surveillance tower.
Are you narrating yourself?
What? No.
Don't judge
of
me.
course not. The chief never did understand Spider Cop. Thought he was a loose cannon.
Already regretting this.
why is she so judgy? Wow. I don't think I have the range to do that yet. Wherefore art thou, Romeo?
Bet I can modify these towers to track more than just crimes.
Gotcha. Hey, it's a backpack.
Score. Towers are picking up all kinds of RFID signals now, including one nearby. What is that? backpacks from high school. Forgot I attached tracking dots to these.
That's gross.
Wonder how many of these are scattered around the city.
A lot, as you can see. Like, a lot. It's bananas. Find backpacks to earn backpack tokens, which you can spend to craft better gear. Basically, everything is about crafting better gear. If you see at the bottom, it has the different symbols. There are tokens specifically for those symbols, and they help you craft better gear for that certain thing. And when it gets to that point, I'll let you know. And this is what I did with the skill points that I did receive. I got that one. It allows me to web up the guys from a further distance. Got that one, which opens up a wider range for my dodge ability. It allows me to dodge easier, which is helpful. And this one allows me to web zip a second time without losing altitude, which helps in traversing the environment.
The menu from my first real date with MJ. Wish I could have afforded someplace fancier, but she didn't seem to mind.
You know, it's not always about how much money you spend on a date, or, you know, spending time with your girlfriend or boyfriend or the person that you have feelings for, or even your friend. It's not about the amount of money. Some people are going to think otherwise, but it's not about the money. It's about the effort that you put into what you're doing. So if your best, absolute best, is just going to McDonald's, and she's okay with it, then you hit a home run right there. So don't think that you have to break your bank account to get anywhere in life.
Still there? Got a
No.
robbery a few blocks away.
Spider Cop's on it. Part man, part spider, all cop.
I mean, you knew it was going to happen.
Open the safe. Do it.
No.
Hey, fellas.
Ah! Spider-Man! Shoot him!
Wait, hey. Owie. And a lot of time in these missions,
Guys,
reinforcements.
If you worked this hard at a legit job, you wouldn't need to be criminal.
You're gonna regret this, spider freak.
Oh, I always regret it. That's what Spider-Man does. I'm just kidding. That was, easy.
All right, Yuri. I'm gonna repair the last Chinatown tower now.
Don't you mean Spider Cop's gonna repair it?
Been doing a little thinking, Yuri. Policing's a young man's game, and Spider Cop, well, he's no spring chicken.
Please be going where I think you're going.
As of today, Spider Cop is officially retired.
Oh, thank God. I need a drink.
We'll all drink tonight, Yuri. Drink to the memory of Spider Cop's tireless... Yuri? Yuri, you there? Guess the emotion of the moment overwhelmed her.
Oh, wrong button. I pushed the wrong button.
1182 along the northbound side of the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway.
Look at all them backpacks. Like, Peter, like, you're not like, you know, a wealthy man. You spend a lot of money on backpacks, or you steal them from
Not
people.
good. Can't
I don't
have
want to
people
believe
taking
that's true.
pictures of my 3 chest hairs. Tools I need for suit repair at the lab. Wonder if Dr. Octavius is left for the day.
Probably, but who knows?
Doctor, how did it go with the committee? I'm so sorry I screwed things up.
Not at all, Peter. They're just nervous in the face of imminent triumph. They'll calm down. They always do.
Should I head back to the lab for cleanup?
No. I'm stepping out for dinner anyhow. We'll resume tomorrow. Short break, then back to creating the future.
Wish I could bottle and sell that man's optimism. Sounds like he's left the lab for the day. Good time to work on my suit in private.
Yes. Be careful if you do play this game. If you're not around buildings and you try to web zip or a web swing and everything, it ain't gonna work. Luckily, you can web swing off of trees, light posts, and all the other stuff. So if those are around, you should be all right. But if there's nothing around, don't expect to be able to web swing.
Move it, spider jerk. Don't got time for you.
I see M&As, but where are the M&As? Are they up top?
I thought he was straight. Drug deals and criminals.
Hi.
Go together like, hey guys, you got prescriptions for this stuff?
Nothing.
So outmatched right now.
You saying I'm outmatched? Oh, I didn't push it in time. Hey, yeah, stab it. What's cool about that upgraded, if you do it in time like that, I actually web the opponent, which opens up. Oh.
Drugs are maybe my most disliked criminal activity.
Well, Spidey, I
Definitely
think you
top
just
5.
committed
Or
a
bottom
murder.
5, however that works. The police will take it from here.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do, okay, is do something. Actually, I'm almost here. I don't need to cut it out. I was gonna cut it out, but I'm literally like right here. So, oh, the birds. Whee! You know what's cool is you don't suffer fall damage. So you could fall from like the tallest tower. Don't even try to do nothing, just fall straight to the ground. You'll be fine. Which I think is cool. Actually, you know what? I'm going to actually leave this episode here. It's getting a little long. So, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments how I'm doing so I can do better by you guys by making better content. I guess I will see you all in the next episode.